I mean, if they lose tomorrow, there's going to be people outside with pitchforks and torches. You know that, right? We might have to prepare a panic room. And also get a panic room. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 137 of the regular season, where the Astros lose 5-4 to the Yankees, losing the 3-game series, and now will struggle bus tomorrow to try to not get swept by the Yankees, who were dead on the side of the road many, many weeks ago, but who for some reason have found this moment in time while playing the Astros to claw themselves back to life. This was a great game for the Astros of tie the game, take the lead, and then relinquish it. I can only assume the Astros wanted to mimic France, no, the other one, thank you, in terms of defense. The Yankees would get on the board in the second as Oswald Peraza gets an RBI single, and then Oswaldo Cabrera, who I'm learning now for the first time are two different people, draws an RBI walk with the bases loaded to make it 2-0 Yankees. Now, in the second inning, the Astros were saved by Michael Brantley coming in with a 2-run home run to tie the game up at 2. Side note, the fact that Michael Brantley went over a year without playing baseball, then comes back to the Astros late in the season and picks up right exactly where he left off. There is a reason that he is referred to throughout the sport of baseball as the professional hitter. There is no one like Michael Brantley. Aaron Judge would then homer in the third inning to make it 3-2 Yankees, but Yainer Diaz in the fourth inning with a 2-run shot of his own to make it 4-3 Houston. The first primary catcher in franchise history to hit 20 home runs in a season is Yainer Diaz, and he did it as a rookie. And on top of that, while being the backup catcher, getting like half the plate appearances that he actually should be. There is a legitimate possibility that he could go over 30 or 35 next year if he got a full starting job as the catcher. And I just want to remind everyone of that because it makes me sad that he isn't currently. But then comes the fifth inning where Austin Wells hits a sac fly to make it 4-4, and Everson Pereira with an RBI single to take the lead back for the Yankees, and that would be your final score. As for the offense tonight for the Astros, it was pretty middle of the road. It was 9 hits, 4 runs. That's fine. That's going to win you some of the games, and not all of them. It wasn't terrible. It was just pretty, You had 2 big hits, and that was the entirety of the offense. It would have been nice if some of the other hits could have been cashed in. But again, 4 runs isn't horrible. It wasn't like the offense just completely no-showed. They just didn't show enough. And then you get to pitching, which was just an unfortunate evening as far as Hunter Brown was concerned. 4 innings and then pitched in the 5th, but would not record an out. Ends up giving up 5 hits, 5 runs. 3 of them were earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. The strikeout number is good for 4 innings. I will give him this. Obviously, those 2 runs in the 5th were just simply not his fault. That is the easiest ground ball double play of life that sadly was not turned and just under the glove of Mauricio Dubon, which is unfortunate. That's why those 2 were unearned. He wasn't horrible. It just, again, kind of, it was fine. The Astros tonight, if summed up in a word, were just fine. Unoffensive. They weren't terrible. They weren't good enough to win the game, which is not a great thing to feel when you're coming down the home stretch and you have other teams like the Mariners and Rangers that are trying to implode and hand the Astros the division lead, but you know. Wait, was there supposed to be a good point to this? If you do want an overwhelming positive for the night, the bullpen looked really good. Maton came in for a scoreless ending of relief, kind of. He would give up a walk and a hit, which would end up sending 2 unearned runs for the Yankees home. But it's not Maton's fault that they started there, nor is it Brown's. It's just an unfortunate event. Would pick up a pair of strikeouts in his inning. I thought Maton looked fine. Montero came in, scoreless inning, did give up a couple of base runners, but we are taking any scoreless outing by Rafael Montero and being very, very happy with it. Hector Neris, who, again, might be the best pitcher in this Astros bullpen, comes in, strikes up the side. Beautiful, beautiful inning for Hector Neris. Brian Abreu gets the 8th inning, picks up a strikeout in it, and Stanek comes in for the 9th, also picking up a strikeout again. Bullpen kept it close. The offense was okay, but not quite good. I will throw one massive complaint out there in this game, which is why on God's earth was Chas McCormick not used in the 9th inning? Why do you have John Singleton pinch hit for him? I like John Singleton. He's a solid depth player, like if you need a backup, but you're subbing him for debatably your best hitter to this point of the season, or at least one of them, at least the most consistent one, who is found to have, and I hate saying it because it just feels like a buzzword, but I'm going to say it anyway, the clutch gene, and you sub him out of the game in the 9th inning representing the winning run. Like, are you serious? And now it leads us to tomorrow night, where in a series where the Astros were thought to be going to put the nail in the coffin of the New York Yankees season, they will now claw their way to not get swept. The Astros are going to send Christian Javier to the mound, and the Yankees are going to send Michael King to the mound. That game is at 7:10 Eastern, 6:10 Central, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.